Fuck going on, man. We about to react to some shit. Every day in America is like you wake up to some new bullshit going on. Trump did this. Goddamn Israel did this. They cut the funding for this. They illegally sending troops here. They doing this. They sending they. It's always some new shit going on, bro. But a couple months ago, Raz Baraka, I believe his name, the mayor of Newark, New Jersey, was arrested. He was a part of a peaceful protest. He was trying to protect his community. We all know ICE come in on bullshit, trying to legally detain people and profile and harass people and stuff like that. So the mayor took it upon himself to lead the protest. Now, allegedly, they tried to arrest him, but tried to make it seem like he was arrested because he assaulted an officer. Like, as black people in America, we already fucking know. Motherfucking police officer talking about something. Oh, I thought he was reaching for something, or he was being aggressive. A lot of times they be some bullshit. But they tried to make a claim a couple months ago. Oh, he was arrested because he was assaulting an officer. But come to find out, there were some calls made from people in the Trump administration who told Homeland Security to arrest him. And I think what it was, when the protest initially happened, he was on the property, but then he left the premises. But I guess they feelings was hurt or whatever, and the Trump administration felt like, hey, we don't need nobody trying to be the next goddamn civil rights leader. So go ahead, show him, make him an example. So even though he was, out the premises, even though he wasn't doing anything illegal, they told Homeland Security to arrest him, and I think this is the full footage of the whole situation. I think earlier a couple months ago, they only had like half of the footage, and they tried to make a narrative out of that. But now because of a federal, I think they went to court or something. So now the full body cam has been released. And let's see what it be. Time out.
Mayor of Newark, New Jersey, handcuffed and arrested back in May. Remember this? The mayor of Newark, New Jersey, his name is Ross Baraka, and three Democratic members of Congress. They went to a federal immigration facility in Newark in May. They went there because the city of Newark said that facility was operating illegally, given the municipal ordinances that govern a facility like that. Well, thanks to body cam footage released by a federal court just this afternoon, we now know that the mayor of Newark was right when he said that that arrest did not arise organically from anything that happened on the ground at that ICE facility. He said at the time that his arrest appeared to have been ordered specifically by top Trump officials in Washington. Well, now today we can see with our own eyes that that appears to be true. I'm going to show you some of this footage right now. I do not think this has been shown anywhere else in the media. It's just released by a federal court today. And as you watch this, I want to point out three things, three sort of key people to watch for in this footage I'm about to show you. First, you will see this bald guy here. He's the one who's going to make the arrest of the mayor of Newark. Why is he going to make the arrest? Well, you will see him on the phone. That's a phone he's holding up to his face there. You'll see him on the phone agreeing that he will not only arrest the mayor, but he will definitely put him in handcuffs. And he tells the other officers there that he's doing so, quote, per the Deputy Attorney General of the United States. So this is an HSI, Homeland Security Investigations Officer, on the phone agreeing that he's going to arrest this big city mayor, even though the mayor has already left the premises. And he's agreeing specifically and repeatedly, yes, I will put him in handcuffs. Because it appears that's what he's being told to do from...
What makes Keebler Fudge Stripes cookies so delicious? Oh, it's our treasured Keebler fudge. Great stripes, that's mouth-melting delicious. Keebler, magic is here.
Washington. So that's one character to keep an eye on here. You'll also, very briefly in this clip, see this HSI officer who's in the foreground here, left side of your screen. And the reason I'm pointing him out is because before the arrest happens, he appears to recognize that this is all a bad idea. And he says so out loud. He says, quote, "This is gonna get ugly." And then he walks away before the arrest happens. You will also see in the bright red jacket here, Congresswoman LaMonica McIver. She's a Democratic congresswoman from New Jersey. Trump is also having her prosecuted criminally for what happened here. Charges were ultimately dropped against Mayor Ross Baraka, but the Trump administration is still trying to prosecute this congresswoman. And in this footage, we will see a lot of what went down involving her. Again, this footage has just been released by a federal court in the case involving the congresswoman. It has not been shown elsewhere on TV at this length, but I want you to see it. Watch.
No, I got it. We're taking them right now. Let me talk. You've been waiting an hour right now. Okay. Yeah, no problem. I'm gonna take them right now. Okay. Okay, even though we stepped out, I'm gonna go. We're over an hour. I mean, I've been right to be here. All right, I'm talking right now. All right. Guys, listen to me. We're gonna walk out the gates. I'm gonna place the mayor in handcuffs. Okay? We are arresting the mayor right now. Or the Justice Attorney General of the United States. Anyone that gets their way, I need you guys to give me a perimeter so I can cuff them and get them on there. If you have body cams, turn them on. Okay?
Anybody is secured, clearly has is on and went for his weapon while we were engaged. So please, let's
We'll go back in there. Okay? I already told him on camera that he was under arrest. We're going to place him under arrest. Come on. All right, guys, stay with that. Be careful.
Yeah, let's do one. I'll bring it.
You up? Stay close. Stay close.
Back up or I'll shoot, you hear the officer say there before he drops the receptacle for his paintballs or pepper balls or whatever they are in his gun. It's body cam footage from the Trump administration's arrest and apparently deliberate, ordered from Washington handcuffing of the Democratic mayor of the largest city in New Jersey. Charges against him were later dropped. They had initially claimed that they had to arrest him because he was somehow storming the facility. You see clearly in this footage that he's already left the facility. He's outside the gate. They leave the facility themselves to go get him while he is nowhere near inside the facility and not inside the facility's gates. Charges dropped against that mayor. Charges have not yet been dropped against Democratic Congresswoman LaMonica McIver. I want to show you one more clip of this body cam footage that was just released today. This is body cam footage from a different officer. Shows more of how they basically manhandled this congresswoman and other members of Congress before they filed charges against Congresswoman McIver. If you're wondering whether or not these federal immigration agents had any idea of what they were doing in this situation, whether they might have had any training for this type of thing at all, whether they might possibly have just been winging it with no idea of how to do it, I think this other body cam footage gives a pretty clear view of that. And again, remember, Congresswoman McIver is the person in the bright red jacket. Watch.
Don't Don't touch me. Don't touch me, brother. Calm down. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me, chaos. Total chaos. This is the chaos they created, again, outside of this facility, beyond the closed gates, which they opened to walk outside the facility to create that chaos. These officers appear to have no idea what they're doing. They've been told, apparently, from Washington, to make sure they put handcuffs on the mayor of the largest city of New Jersey, and they approached that task the way a group of 6-year-olds on an uncoached soccer team might approach kickoff. Just run in there and scream and push and see what happens, including manhandling multiple members of Congress. Again, that's body cam footage obtained today as part of the federal criminal case that the Trump administration is still pursuing against a Democratic member of Congress, Monica McIver, for this incident in Newark, New Jersey in May. In New York City, the Trump immigration agent
I want to go back.
who last week was...
I want to go back.
is because before the arrest happens, he appears to recognize...
I want to go back to this part
that this
because
is
I
all
want to make
idea.
a point
He says
on
so
just
out loud.
this
He says,
particular
"Folks, this is gonna get ugly," and then he walks
this particular
away
part of the video.
before the arrest happens. You will also see in the bright red jacket here, Congresswoman Monica McIver. She's a Democratic congresswoman from New Jersey. Has not been shown elsewhere on TV at this length.
Okay, even though we stepped out, I'm at what are we going?
It's over an hour. And we have the right to be here.
All right, I'm calling right now. All right. Guys, listen. We're going to walk out the gates. I'm going to place the mayor in handcuffs, okay? We are arresting the mayor right now. Or the Justice Attorney General of the United States. Anyone that gets their way, I need you guys to give me a perimeter so I can cuff them and get them on there. If you have body cams, turn them on.
That man said if you got body cam, turn them off, which is illegal. You know, but this whole thing, it boils back down to a deeper problem. It boils down to the fact that America is becoming into a fascist, a dictator state, and we have people who blindly denies shit like this, and they blindly deny the things that the Trump administration is doing, and how they are breaking the Constitution. Is people who blindly deny so much of the crookedness that's going on with our country right now because of their fucking obsession with Trump, and you know, whatever else feels there, you know what I'm saying, reason to support shit like this. But the man said turn your body cams off, man. Motherfuckers say turn your body cams off. You already know they finna do something legal. You feel me? They finna do something fucked up. And the fact that calls from the top, and we seen this with Jimmy Kimmel. Calls from the top, Trump made calls and said, hey, I don't like Jimmy Kimmel because he talks shits about me. So get him off ear. But it just goes to show you that people are making calls from the top to get rid of their political enemies or get rid of people who don't agree with them and their ideologies. And in America, this is not what America is supposed to be. That's not what America was built on, you know. And this goes all the way back to how a lot of the MAGA brains, MAGA tards and shit, they love to say, they love to use the word communism and socialist as a slur towards, people, right? But they use the word communism as a synonym to say, like, dictator, right? When in actuality, everything that they support, hence the Trump administration, has all the qualities of a fascist and a dictator. Trump literally made or got people. He literally got anti what's this shit called, Antifa. He literally got Antifa put on the terrorist list. The KKK still not even on the terrorist list. The KKK didn't kill more people than anybody. Antifa ain't killed nobody. You know what I'm saying? And Antifa, by the way, it's not even an organized group with a fucking head and members, and it's a fucking movement. But it just goes to show you that he literally put Antifa on the terrorist list, and Antifa stands for anti-fascist. So if somebody has a problem with anti-fascism, what does that mean? It means they are fascists, right? And it just like blows my mind, like how we see things like this in real time. We have people calling from the White House, calling from Washington D.C., telling motherfuckers that, hey, arrest him, lock him up, get him fired from his job. That is the type of shit that we will think of in terms of Kim Jong-un. Those like the things that they are doing are the same things that they brainwashed us growing up to believe. This is how China acts. This is how North Korea acts. This is how Cuba acts. This is how this and this country acts. All these countries with these type of systems, these are the things they do. When in actuality, America has been the prime example of what they've been telling us is wrong with the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, America is being ran by billionaire oligarchs who've been selling the country out to fucking foreign leaders, who've been selling the country out to fucking extreme capitalists and billionaires. Anybody with a little bit of money can buy a piece of America right now. Trump is sending the army to fucking Oregon, Portland, Oregon, and I'm gonna get into that in a whole nother video. But it just amazes me how people who use the word communism as a slur towards, progressive thinking people, liberal thinking people, left winged, thinking people, they use the word communist as a slur to try to use as a synonym for a dictator or an autocrat or those type of figures. But in actuality, like I said, everything they supports are literally all fucking fascist things with a fucking evangelical Christian fucking gift wrap. It's the same way they want us to look at the Taliban and different Muslim countries and organizations who rule with an iron fist or who rule through their religion. They literally are doing the same thing, but from a Christian perspective. Not only from a Christian perspective, because Christianity is just a front. At least in Saudi Arabia, they fucking billionaires and millionaires, practice their religion, seriously. A nigga like Trump ain't actually going to church and praying and doing this or reading the Bible. Most American Christians don't read the fucking Bible at all. But Christianity is again, they use Christianity and so much other shit as a front to hide they, evil fucking, they real evil, the shit that they really want to do. They fucked up agendas. But yeah, we live in a country to where now military, federal agents, police are all getting commanded from the top in DC to arrest and get rid of anybody who don't agree with them. And, and I ain't gonna lie, honestly, I feel like once this Black Mirror episode is over with, everybody that aided Trump, all the ranked military officials who in agencies and police who aided Trump, they need to be subpoenaed. They need to be held to justice and sit in front of a judge when this whole Black Mirror episode is over with. All Congress, Senate, and all the Supreme judges who aid Trump, they need to be banned from running for elected positions in America. Hell, honestly, I think they ass need to be exiled to motherfucking El Salvador. But, you know, if you don't want to fight fire, the least that we can do is ban them from ever running. We gonna hold them, put them in front of a judge because they need to be aware of their crimes against humanity and their crimes against America. But they need to be banned from ever holding any. I don't even want these motherfuckers being a president at a PTA meeting. So they need to be banned from ever holding elected positions. And the Trump administration itself need to be fucking subpoenaed and fucking brought to fucking justice after all this shit is over with. Especially like what's the LeBlanc girl who be fucking doing all the press conferences and shit. Like, I forgot her fucking name. She be wearing the little crosses and shit. Her ass especially, bro. Her ass especially. They just need to exile her fucking ass. You know what I'm saying? And the Heritage Foundation, the organization who is the brains behind all the racial division, political division, and all the other bullshit that's going on in our country on a domestic level. They ass need to be put on the terrorist list, and they ass need to be subpoenaed. You know what I'm saying? The creators of Pride 2025, I should say, the Heritage Foundation, who, by the way, make up fucking 90% of Trump administration. You know, the same group of people Trump tried to deny that he knew, you know, during his campaign. But all these motherfuckers, bro, they need to be held to justice once this fucking shit is over with. I think ICE need to be disbanded. A lot of them, listen, I can go on all day and day and day, but we in a time in America to where America is against the people. And then we have brain dead people who can't see things like this. At this point in time, somebody please, like, in the comments, if you're a Trump supporter as of September 2025, I say that all wrong, but as of September 2025, right? Why do you still support Trump? Give me a good reason for why you still support Trump. Like, do you just wake up and be blind to all this shit? And are you still holding on to, like, bullshit fucking lies that he told you during the campaign last year? Because food prices ain't went down yet. All right, so you can throw that out the motherfucking window. He just put 100% tariff on fucking movies not made in America, which is fucking stupid. It's like, and that's another thing. Like, he wake up, he create problems, and then he fucking acts like he doing American citizens a favor by creating the issue and somewhat making it seem like he just really, you know, he giving belt to ass to various other countries for, you know, unfair trade, so whatever the case is. But in actuality, he is really hurting Americans. But he acts like he's just his fucking he create problems and then try to fucking fix them and act like he's the fucking superhero. But he never actually fixes the problem. Like, he just digs a deeper fucking hole, you know. But if this video don't basically sum up the mindset of the government, I don't know what will to a lot of people who still believe in Trump. Because obviously, I feel like in September 2025, October 2025, if you still call yourself a Trump supporter, you're literally just a fascist. It's like, it's all it is to it. You're a racist or a fascist or both. Like, there's no reason any person with a thinking brain could sit here right now and look up and say Trump did anything positive for Americans this year. The big beautiful bill is about to destroy us. Unemployment rates are going crazy. The farmers of the Midwest are fucking dead and killing themselves. This shit crazy. Shit fucked up right now, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Gen Z, like, we picked the worst time to be motherfucking adults. For real, like.